Hey everybody, I'm back with another daily gratitude quote. I am out of bed, fed the dogs, let them out, and haven't done a thing otherwise. I'm being totally real with you. Hair's doing funny things, but whatever. That's where we're at right now on April 1st. So, a new month. Still hunkered down and will be for a little while yet. So anyway, I hope you're finding these quotes something positive to think about and getting you in a little bit better frame of mind for the day. I like doing these in the morning first thing, as you can tell, because it just sets the tone for the day, you know? So anyway, the quote today is from Mark Twain. And it is, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. And that's very true too. It's, you know, I used to be the kind of person that I had to have all my ducks in a row before I did anything. You know, I had to do tons of research. I had to make sure that everything was perfect. Like, I never would have done a video like this until fairly recently. Everything had to be perfect. And, you know, one thing I learned actually from having a job in a big, fast-paced computer software company is that you can't wait. You know, you have a good idea, you get it out, you know, you make it usable by people, and then you do different iterations or different versions of it to, you know, take the bugs out and, you know, make it better. But if you wait, what happens is somebody else comes around and does it, you know? So that's a really fast-paced field, you know, and you don't have time to mess around. You don't have time to make everything perfect. It's not going to be perfect anyway. Nothing is perfect. And I learned this also from, I've been an artist my whole life, especially painting. That's been my biggest love. And I've been doing that. I started teaching painting in 7th grade, you know, so it's been a lifelong love of mine. And one of the really cool things I did was I learned to do like realist oils first. And I would get so hung up in details. And I wanted to loosen up and just let it flow more. And I moved into watercolors, which are very unforgiving, you know, but I was still doing more realist kind of stuff. But for some reason, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more abstract in style, and I just want to do more impressionist, expressionist, more abstract stuff, even some surrealist stuff as well, mixed in there. So I've been doing a lot of growing and transforming and just having fun with it over the years. And one of the things I did to let myself be able to loosen up and kind of let it flow and get out of that, you know, detail-oriented, have to have everything perfect mode was I started doing, when I was in the midst of doing all the realist stuff, I started making these big sarongs, 4-foot by 6-foot silk sarongs, and it was just a huge piece of white silk. And I had a rack specially built for it, and it fit in our living room at the time. And that's all that would fit in the living room was this big silk rack. And I was using dyes instead of paints. And so I would, you know, use a resist to make designs, and then I would use dyes to color it, the silk. And I really had a good time with that. And man, you know, you don't have a lot of control over that. You can't get very detailed with that. You have to be able to let things flow and enjoy the flow and enjoy the process. And so that's something that I learned at that point, to loosen up, to let it flow and enjoy the process. So it wasn't about having everything perfect before you begin. It wasn't even about trying to make everything perfect at all, ever. I got to where I was much better at learning when a painting was done, you know, when I, you know, would stop messing with it. I had a hard time, just, you know, I see flaws in everything. Now I'm much better. Now I can look at a painting. I'm looking at one right now because I have them throughout my house. A painting I did a long time ago. It was very experimental, and it's still one of my favorite paintings that I did. It's mixed water media and collage, and I should probably turn it around so you can see. I think you can see it. That one right there. And I just really like it. And now when I see it, when I first started looking at it, and I was just done with it. I saw nothing but flaws all over, but I thought it was still kind of cool. Like the overall feeling was cool. Now I look at it and I don't see flaws. I just see experimentation and fun, and it makes me feel good. So, and that's true for my other work as well. I experiment with different techniques with my clients and things like that. And the things that work out really well, I do more of. The things that don't, I don't. But anything that's got a good track record, that's something that could be helpful. I like to try out. I have a few people who like being guinea pigs for stuff like that. So it's all about like moving forward. Just take that step and move forward. Don't, I'm very grateful that I can do that right now. That I can do a video like this with, my hair making funny animal shapes and no makeup and not knowing what the hell I'm doing, and just wanting to share information with people, and get real for a little bit. So, that really feels good. And it gets you loosened up so that it's about the content. It's about, how you feel about something. It's more getting more into, as the hypnotherapy is all into emotions, right? And getting away from detail and analysis and things like that. And that's kind of what this is about too. If you can get away from that and more into how you feel and your, gut instincts and things and let stuff go. Take that step. Just go for it. You know what? If it doesn't work out, you're in no worse shape than you were before. You tried something new, but there's no way you're going to succeed at anything if you don't take that step. So, gather up, your courage and your excitement and just say, the hell with everything. I'm just going to do this and see how it works. And you never know when you're touching somebody, when you're really making somebody's day. I remember, I had given a friend of mine a painting. It was just a painting of a butterfly, a really small, like 5x7 painting of a butterfly. And she took it to work with her, and she worked at a really big multinational corporation of resorts around the world. And she put it in her office. And there was this woman, she said, who came by her office every day to get coffee first thing in the morning. And she would get her coffee and she'd come back and she'd just stand in her doorway and stare at that painting while she sipped her coffee for a few minutes. And she did that every morning. And she said that that's what got her started off on the right foot for her day. And I'll just never forget that, because I had no clue that little butterfly painting would really impact anybody in any way. You never know what you might do that really impacts someone in a good way. So put yourself out there, be real, take that first step with anything you think could be cool or make you feel good or make somebody else feel good. And just enjoy the process. Don't get so wrapped up in the results. Enjoy the process. Take that first step. So have a great day, keep hunkered down and keep riding it out, and we'll be through it before you know it. So stay positive. Take care. Bye.